Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ruth Langsford is no stranger to candid conversations, whether she's hosting Loose Women, chatting on This Morning, or sharing glimpses into her personal life. But in a recent interview that had fans both laughing and cringing in equal measure, the TV presenter opened up about an unexpectedly awkward moment with her son, Jack, that left her declaring, "I can't leave it." Speaking with a cheeky grin during a candid chat on a podcast segment titled Mom Life Moments, Ruth recounted an incident that started with a simple conversation and quickly spiraled into every parent's worst nightmare: a teenage overshare. "I was doing laundry, just minding my business," Ruth began, laughing. "And Jack wandered into the kitchen, sort of hanging around like teens do when they want to say something but aren't sure how. I thought maybe he wanted pizza money or was going to ask for a lift somewhere. No, instead, he says, 'Mom, have you ever had a moment when something's just too embarrassing to admit?'" Already sensing where the story might be going, Ruth raised an eyebrow. I froze. You know that feeling? Your stomach drops and your mom radar starts blaring. I thought, please don't let this be about girls. Or body stuff. Or, oh God, relationships. To her horror and mild amusement, it was all three. Jack, now 22 and studying at university, had apparently decided that his mother was the perfect person to confide in about a humiliating experience involving a romantic date gone sideways, an unfortunate wardrobe malfunction, and what Ruth delicately referred to as a misunderstanding involving whipped cream. "I'm sitting there holding a sock," Ruth explained, just trying to breathe through it. "But then he says something that didn't make sense, and I just couldn't leave it. I had to ask for clarification. I should have just smiled and nodded and said, 'That's nice, dear.' But no, I went full journalist mode. I said, 'Hang on, what do you mean by that?'" What followed, according to Ruth, was a full play-by-play of a date that included a burst can of whipped cream in a backpack, a panicked escape from a student flat, and a desperate attempt to pretend none of it happened. Jack, apparently, had hoped for sympathy and advice. Ruth, instead, dissolved into laughter. "I just lost it," she confessed. "I laughed so hard I had tears rolling down my face, and Jack looked so betrayed. He said, 'You're not taking this seriously.' But I said, 'Darling, there is no world where a mother can take this seriously.'" Despite the hilarity of the moment, Ruth admitted that it left her thinking about how motherhood changes over time. When they're little, you worry about scraped knees and forgotten lunchboxes. When they're grown, it's whipped cream disasters and emotional support over FaceTime at 1 a.m. Even though the situation left her mildly traumatized and swearing to never look at a dessert topping the same way again, Ruth concluded the story on a warm note. "I love that he talks to me. Even if sometimes I wish he wouldn't. Even if it's awkward or a bit mad. I'd rather be the person he feels safe enough to talk to than have him bottling it up or turning to the wrong people." Fans flooded social media with comments praising Ruth's honesty, calling the story relatable, hysterical, and a perfect example of mom life. One follower wrote, "Only Ruth could turn a conversation about whipped cream into a life lesson." And as for whether Ruth's learned to leave it alone in future, "Oh no," she chuckled. "If there's one thing about me, it's that I can't leave it. I need the full story, always." Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Netflix World 24 YouTube channel for more update news.